Following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah, go Cowboys!
This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Heckma Harrison, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Good morning, Cowboy Nation, and welcome to the Taj Mahal of football. We are here in the SWBC Mortgage Studios in Frisco, home of your Dallas Cowboys. You are now rocking with the best. I'm Heckma Harrison, and there's a Super Bowl champion across from me in Everson Walls, and he is Mickey Spagnola. I want to call him by his real name, but I'm not going to do that. I'll just say shaken, not stirred, with a infusion of cream cheese olive.
No. Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. My bad. With the blue cheese. Olive Mickey Spagnola is in the building. Guys, you know what I do when I start this thing? I always check in, make sure everybody is good. Mickey, I'm going to start with you. I love the vest you got going on today, sir. How are you feeling?
I am great.
Spiffy,
ready to go.
Kind of cool.
We got a little Christmas thing going tonight.
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're already dressed?
No, I had to do TV.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to have to change and then change again and dress down.
So tell me more about the department thing you got. What's going on?
We got to usually once a year around Christmas, we get everybody together somewhere, someplace.
Okay.
And we're doing that.
We're not invited.
Wow.
Well, you could have been invited last night. We did our crosstalk radio show upstairs and had Brady James on.
That's work.
Brady James. That's work.
That's
right.
work.
Brady was good.
Yeah, that's work, though.
Brady was good.
What about you, Everson? How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. I got up this morning and realized that the wildlife in my neighborhood is still alive. I got a picture of a huge coyote.
All right.
Just a block away from my house. So.
Well,
And I went around the neighborhood. Hey, there's a coyote out. I've been telling everybody.
when you live on a big spread, that's what you expect.
No spread. that coyote was trapped. He was like, okay, where do I go? Because there's too many people around.
Acreage.
Yeah.
That's what he's trying to tell you.
Hey,
He got that acreage.
Last night, Brady had a good comment. We was talking about being the middle linebacker and having to run things. And he goes, and I used to have to get in the huddle, and I'd call the play, and I'd look around, and I see a bunch of eyes rolling like they don't know what the play is. And he goes, oh, I'm in trouble. He said, so I learned to make sure I knew everybody's responsibility to tell them what to do.
It's a little bit of that still going on in that Cowboys huddle. Guys, let me tell y'all about the power of the internet. So yesterday on the show, I was explaining to you guys about the car that I was in a car accident, so I had to get a replacement car, and was talking about the rental that I was given, and
some insurance salesman or agent heard you.
No, Ford heard me, called me, and said, we have a loaner for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
wow, that's cool, man.
I should complain on this show more often. How does that happen?
Everson got a free roof.
Is it? You did.
It wasn't free. It was not discounted.
Discounted.
Employee discount. That's about all they gave me.
Man, that was crazy. I mean, it just blew me away.
That's crazy,
He was like, man,
that's blessings, boy.
It turned that. That's exactly. He's like, no, they take the rental back. It's no, just park it here. They'll come and get it. And I was like,
wow.
Yes.
That's even the best part.
Right.
That's an athete's privilege.
And what you talking about?
You got it like that?
Yeah.
When the last time you played sports?
Back in the 90s. Back in the 90s. Yeah, Kansas State University. It is over after that.
Man,
yeah.
Good.
Who are you riding tonight? The Seahawks?
Thank you,
or the
Ford.
Rams?
Yeah, thank you, Ford. Yes, thank you, Ford. Exactly what that is. Who you say what?
It said, who are you riding tonight? The Rams or the Seahawks?
Rams.
I got the Seahawks. They playing in Seattle, so I'm gonna go with that Seahawks.
That quarterback ain't what I thought he was.
Nobody is at this point. Mickey, let's go into the book of balling, man. Tell us about it. What you got going on in that thing, man?
Well, we got to listen to Eberflus today, just a few minutes ago, and of course he had to answer questions about Jerry's 3-game proclamation, right? You knew damn well it's like, hey, this is what we do.
Right.
You know what the funny thing is about that, and I don't know where you guys sit on trying to win if you're eliminated or trying to lose because you want a better draft choice.
Hey,
right?
that just happens to be part of the rundown we have today.
Well,
yes,
then we're going to
sir.
jump into it right now.
Let's do it.
I get ahead of it because I was thinking they're asking him questions. They're asking about personnel, and one of the things I heard on the radio was people talking about, well, I want to see this guy, and I want to see this guy, and I want to see this guy. Well, this guy, and this guy are already playing.
That's what I thought.
Right?
Who's not?
So again,
who you looking for?
If you don't want to win, but you want to evaluate these guys how they're playing. So if the message in the locker room or who you're playing is we don't want to win, what do you think that guy's thinking? Am I chopped meat?
Right.
I got to go out there and play. And look, the only way you show you don't want to win is you sit Dak. And normally those things don't turn out well at the end of the year.
Yeah.
When you throw in a quarterback who hasn't played one bit, and then you say, hey, Joe Milton, it's all you. We're going to evaluate you.
Right.
But C.D. Lamb and George Pickens aren't playing.
I was going to
because
say.
we don't want to win.
Right. We don't want to win. We're going to have to sit more than just that.
So you can't have it both ways, right? And so that kind of got under my skin.
I'm glad that Heck put that in the rundown. You play to win the game.
Right.
And yes, we heard that before, but you do. You play to win the game. I don't think I've ever played on a team. I was on a 1-15 teams, facts. I was on a 1-15, I think the year before, 3-13. And we played some young guys, but we were still playing to win.
Right.
And as bad as that sounds, we still couldn't do it. But at the same time, I remember us sitting down Randy White or Too Tall, during that time, and especially in 1988. We just played all of our players, and you try to win the game. I don't know what else to say. To say, okay, we just start throwing in young guys, first of all, that's not good business. I want to put my best out there as an owner, as a team. I want to put my best out there. If I just start throwing anybody out there, first of all, I don't know who the hell's coming to the game, number one. Number two, that's not a good reputation for those guys that are still veterans.
Right.
A veteran signed on to play the entire season. If you sit a veteran down, I'd be extremely surprised if they weren't disappointed. I'd be extremely disappointed if Tom Landry told me during my 3-13 season, hey, Everson, we're just going to let Manny Hendricks play the rest of the season. We are 3-10. And so the last 3 games, we're just going to let him play. I wouldn't take that well at all.
And what's the message to the other guys that have to play? What, might chop me?
Right. Yeah. Now I got to go out there. Wall sitting it on. Yeah, he's not even dressed out today. So no,
But can it be, though, guys? Can it be that you don't have a deep enough team to even play young guys? Is that? I mean,
they're already playing. They're already out there.
The
young guys are already out
last
there.
Last week, if you had 48 guys active for the game, the only guy that didn't play was Joe Milton. That was it.
Yeah.
So these guys that you want to see, we've been seeing them.
We've been seeing them.
That might be the problem. Seeing too many of those guys. But no, if I go back to the quarterback thing, and you went through it, the last game in '86 when they sent out Reggie Collier, remember?
Yeah.
And he hadn't played all year. Probably didn't get snaps in
Who did
practice.
he play against? Who was that against?
Go ahead and talk.
Well, for some reason, I recall that Tom Landry kind of, to say bowed to the pressure, that's a little bit extreme. But
you played the Bears.
That's what I remember. And Tom Landry did that on purpose because we were all like, hey, man, Reggie Collier. The papers, everybody asked about Reggie Collier, if you recall. He's like, okay, you guys want Reggie. I'm going to send him out here against the Bears. That's what coaches do.
I don't even think he finished the game.
No, of course he didn't finish the game. They had to. It was ridiculous. And that wasn't even the 44-0 game. That was in '86. That wasn't '85. The next year, and we still got blown out.
Yeah.
And so that's something that Tom Landry used to do all the time because he don't want the inmates to be running the asylum. So that was
And
his
it's like,
way
I'll
of doing
show
it.
you.
I'll show you, right. Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm going to lose anyway. That goes on my mark. But having said that, that's not a good thing. It's just not a good thing for the team, not good for morale. And if you're trying to keep a guy, and then you're playing these hopscotch with the playing versus not playing, he's going to sour on that.
Yeah.
It might not even be here next year.
They tried that in 2010 too, but Romo was out.
Yeah.
So they were already playing the backup.
I understand.
And they gave Stephen McGee, I think, the start in game 15, and he sort of
I
solidified.
don't even remember that name.
Stephen McGee.
Yeah,
A&M?
I'm sorry, I
Wow.
don't
Yeah.
remember that name.
And he solidified the
Shout out
fact
to
that
Stephen McGee.
He
Shout out
probably
to him.
wasn't the backup quarterback of the future.
Well, yeah, we found that
Right.
out.
And then again in 2015, Romo again was out. They were playing backups, and they started Kellen Moore. Mm-hmm. He had a pretty good game.
Yeah.
They got beat, but I think he threw the ball 44 times. And they decided that, okay, to save money, Kellen can be the backup quarterback in 2016, right?
I would rather.
saved us.
I would rather.
And then they
at
all
this
got
point-
hurt, and Dak Prescott ended up being the
Hey,
starter.
there you go. I'm all about ruining someone else's playoff chances. That's what I'm all about. If I can't make it, then I don't want you to make it.
Oh,
So your
figured out
mentality
how
as
to get it.
an ex player, and I think this is very interesting because you get an opportunity to give people a perspective that if you're listening to people on the outside, they're like, "What do we need to win?" Because they're talking about drafting and all that, and to you, that's loser talk to even be on that same plane. But inside of the locker room, these guys know that as of Saturday, if Philly wins, it's over with.
Right.
You already know those chances are gone, and you may as well start packing the U-Haul. What's the mentality as a player, as far as your pride, professionalism, things like that?
That's what it
But
is.
just knowing that we don't have a snowball's chance in hell of getting into the
You
postseason.
signed up to play the whole season. That's your job. Then just do your job. Just do your job. I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and try to make a whole bunch of words about it. Just do your job. You're getting paid to play the whole season. Your salary. Okay, you don't want to pay, then we stop paying you. You don't want to play, we stop paying. That's silly.
Yeah.
Both of them are silly. So to me, you signed up to play a whole season. You play a whole season. We all go through it. I told you, 3-13, 1-15. I had all kind of excuses to lay it down. So did everybody else on that team.
Right.
So come on, man. I just think it's silly. That's when you have people that hadn't played sports trying to run the team. I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to sound elitist because I was a player.
No, it's an attitude.
You got to have that.
And the way I look at it is, once you get on the field, you're not going to dog it, right? You got too much pride.
Who does
You're
that?
playing to
You're right.
where you may shortchange yourself if you don't prepare like you're trying
There
to
you
win.
go.
Right during the week, because that's where if you slough off, then you don't.
Hey,
have a
let me
chance.
tell you something. I'm still trying to get my numbers.
Right?
I got 57 picks. If I start tanking because I didn't go to the playoffs, I have fewer.
Right.
You got to play for your numbers. I mean, this is prosperity. Did I use the word correctly? This is for prosperity.
Yeah.
This is my legacy. I'm out here playing for my legacy, and so should everybody else in there.
And
whatever that is.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
And these contracts are incentivized, so yeah, guys are
Get your
trying
money,
to
man.
hit
You
those.
gotta
Or
go
if
get
you're
that
on the
play for
last
your money.
year of your contract and you're going to be a
Come
free
on, man.
agent,
It's
the last
all
thing you
kind
want
of
to do is
reasons.
put bad tape out.
All kind of reasons. None of them point to tanking.
You think Javonte Williams doesn't think this game's important to him? Going to be a free agent next year?
That's right.
And he's got a chance to get 1,300 yards, 1,400 yards.
And
Gonna
more
be playing
touchdowns.
his ass off.
And more touchdowns.
And more touchdowns.
That's right.
So, yeah, look at those guys that are on the last year of their contracts. They're out there playing because they know they may not have a job come March 15th.
Those guys that want to see them tank, well, then they probably won't be watching the game.
Right.
Yeah, so who cares?
Well, I got a question for you, Mickey, and it's all around our head coach in his first season. Before he was hired, well, when he got hired, the number one thing was culture, talking about the building culture. After what you've seen from him so far, do you believe that he achieved that in building a culture here?
He has. And I don't think you want to do anything in these last 3 games to ruin what you built.
Yeah.
They wear those shirts, compete every day, and they have. They may not have won every day, but they sure played their asses off.
Yeah.
And I don't think you want to do anything to diminish that in 3 games by all of a sudden say, well, we don't care. Right?
That's a half-hearted stance.
It doesn't matter. And it's like, well, Coach, you said for 15 weeks.
The culture.
This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Right?
Yes.
Well, we're going to lay the culture aside for these last 3 games.
I just think there's benefits of finishing decently. And maybe how about feeling good about yourself if you finish with a winning season? They haven't had back-to-back losing seasons since 2000 through 2002, when they went 5-11, 5-11, 5-11. That's the last time back-to-back losing season. Now, they had 500 seasons,
right,
but not losing seasons back-to-back. Now, can you take pride in that? I mean, it's a consolation prize, but
yes,
at least you feel
Pat.
like we went 7-10 last year. This year we went 9-7-1. If you win the final 3. Is it not out of the question that they can't? Sure, they can do that. The Chargers' defense is really good. Their offense hasn't been good. No. They've scored 2 touchdowns in 3 of their last 4 games. Total, together. They've been kicking field goals like the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Dicker the kicker.
That's right.
He had 5 one game too, right? So, yeah, just go out there and play. Don't screw things up. Now, if you get to that last game and you want to look at Joe Milton, I don't have a problem with that. But don't be sitting the offensive line and have him out there with a bunch of backups or backup wide receivers. What chance does he have? And that's
Nobody
what happens
wants to come
in preseason.
to a scrimmage. That's just a scrimmage.
Yeah, it would be like a preseason game.
Right.
Yeah. So no, you play. And I'm sure, Dak would pull back about doing that. Like, I'm the leader here. I don't want to send everybody else out and I'm not there. But then if you're the GM quarterback, you're saying, okay, I understand. Right? But not 3 games. No way.
Everson, you've played for some Hall of Fame coaches in your career, and I don't know what your assumption was or what you estimated that Shotty would be in his first season. But where are you right now after, obviously you're pretty much out of the playoffs at this point. You got a 1% chance. Yeah. But, where are you as far as what this season has looked like and just evaluating him as a coach?
As a coach, I think he's a great play caller. I really do. He's come up against some very formidable defensive coordinators, and we've seen him take some L's on that, and he will call it out himself, that he did take some, and that was on him. And that's the kind of responsibility that I want from a coach. Not just that, but also the energy level out here, win or lose, is still at its highest level I've seen in a long time. And, you can call that, window dressing, whatever you want to call it. But I think what he's doing is genuine. I think the way the team came together, it was organic. Guys were, regardless of what happened with Marshawn, and God rest his soul, but I think this team still would have been close even if that would not have happened. Because you saw something happening here where everyone seemed to be, they felt important. Yeah. That's what he does. He makes everyone feel important. Now, having said all of that, you want to get performance out of those players as you establish your culture. And I think that we saw some players come through that they're going to be here for a while just because they bought into it.
Yeah.
And think about it. The head coaching manual probably doesn't have a chapter designating what do I do when I trade my best defensive player a week before the start of the season.
Right.
How do I react to that? Or how do I react when a guy on my team commits suicide?
Right.
And everybody, I got to play a game the next week, right? There's nothing in the coaching manual, and I thought he handled it all so well.
I don't think we've had anyone go through that.
Yeah.
I don't think any coach has had to go through that in his first year.
In the first year.
I don't think any coach has ever had to go through that.
Didn't even finish the season.
Right.
And I'll second what you said about being the offensive coordinator, too. I think he's done a heck of a job. He's put a priority on running the football, and they've improved that aspect of the game.
And it has given us chances to win almost every game that we've been in.
And so I just think that after they lost 2 games in a row and you win like they did 3 games in a row, you still had the attention of the team.
That's right.
And these last 2 games, I understand what's gone on. But sometimes you get beat by a better team. And I know when you look at Minnesota, maybe they aren't a better team.
They just played better. They played better, which is it. They played better. You got to give them credit. They played better.
But guys, let's take our first break, and we'll come back and talk about this lowly Chargers offense that Mickey just alluded to. It was a joke, Mickey.
No.
All right. We'll be right back with more Mick Shots after this.
I got the
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories about that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your package today.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
Get in the game this holiday season with Dallas Cowboys youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign. Athletes ages 6 to 16 take the holiday hustle to football camps on December 23rd and 27th. Future DCCs sparkle with America's sweethearts on December 27th. Spend your holiday break learning from the best. Visit DallasCowboys.com/camps to learn more.
Man, y'all need to be here in the break to listen to my brother Everson just throw darts at me, man. It's something else, man. It be your own people sometimes. It be your own people sometimes,
I didn't know that your wife worked here, man. I was just letting you know you got layers to yourself, and I just had to ask the question: did she get you your job? I had to ask that question. If my wife worked here before me, she'd get me a job. Is that how you got your job?
That ain't how I got my job.
That ain't how you got your job?
Nah, man. Hustling and surviving. Good times.
How Everson got his scholarship.
That's right. I know how hookups work from the ladies, man. Come on, man. They are our strength, man. That's what they do.
And she hooked me up with ESPN, man. She put me down with WFAA, all of that, man.
See?
Who would have thought it? Hey, I outkicked the coverage.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, tell me about these charges, man, while I'm sitting back here getting my wife is my HR department. Tell me about them, Mickey.
Well, before I tell you that, there was one thing I left out when we were talking about Eberflus. The one change they're going to make starting Sunday is he's going to call the game from the booth, not the sideline.
Okay.
And he said he's done it before just to have maybe a different perspective of seeing the whole field instead of being there with the guys. And he'll rely on white cotton to get the guys together. And he was asked when's the last time he thought he'd been in the booth calling plays as a defensive coordinator. And he goes, he had to think a while, and then he said, well, at Missouri. And I wanted to put my hand up in the air, and he did a hell of a good job up there, too, those couple years that he was the defensive coordinator in the booth. Because it was
I know you just
07.
You just beamed with pride.
Yeah, you know he did.
They were in, I believe that was the year they got to the Big 12 championship game, too, by the way. So, but anyway, that was one thing he said they were going to change up, not from a personnel standpoint.
No, that's interesting.
Just see what he said. They've been talking about it, and it's like, all right, let's give it a shot.
Now, see, this is what you do with those last 3 games. You see how you can get better. You don't just start tanking. You see how let's start changing the process, and let's just make some tweaks with the process. But, personnel, we've already got everybody playing.
So when he was in Missouri, what year was that? I mean,
he said,
I want to say 2000 through 2008.
Okay.
Then he went to Cleveland.
He said Big 12.
And then when Rob Ryan came here, he brought Eberflus with him as his linebacker coach to the Cowboys.
Yeah, one of the things I always get uncomfortable with is when processes start changing all of a sudden. Maybe, and again, I understand he's under a ton of pressure, and so taking a different perspective is probably in his best interest to start doing things like that. You saw seeing it even with the Commanders, where they started changing up DCs instead of Witt. Now Quinn is calling the defense, and things change all the time. So I wonder what kind of
that's not a change in responsibility, though.
No, it's not. But you're changing your process.
That's true.
And obviously, if you're a coach that's used to seeing the game from the sideline versus the booth, that is a complete change from where you usually are.
If it's not working for you on the sidelines the way ours hadn't been working, then with the season being out of hand, that's when you make – to me, that's a small tweak to what's going on because he's still going to be –
just changing your vantage point.
Yeah, man, come on.
And in the NFL, the only other time he was a defensive coordinator, that was his job, was when he was with Indianapolis, because when he was at the Bears, even though he's running the defense, he's also the head coach.
Right.
I don't think I've seen a head coach up in the
never
booth
seen
going,
that. No, that's a tweak.
Let me run the game
that's
up
a
here.
tweak, yeah. No, I agree with that. So, to me, his responsibility is still there. Like you said, he's just taking another vantage point on what his team is doing. I like it. I hope it's an improvement. I mean, I really do.
Hey.
I would try something. The way my defense has been playing, I would try something. And to me, that is lauded by myself. I'm sorry.
Justin Herbert, one of the elite quarterbacks in the National Football League, has not been able to have any success in the postseason.
Well,
how do you view?
Here comes Dallas.
Let me tell you why.
Here comes Dallas. Here we go. So let's see how that works.
Another Pro Bowl performance.
Another Pro Bowl performance.
Can you outscore him? Well, here's his problem. Did you guys see him in that game?
I did. He's got the left.
The left hand's all bandaged up.
Mm-hmm.
He walked off at one point. He's bleeding from behind.
And he's still trying to run the ball.
And he's still trying. He looked like he'd been through a war.
Yeah.
Just the look on his face. He's been sacked 49 times.
Yeah.
49 times. And I looked up in the last 4 games when they've won 3 of these last 4, 16 sacks, and he's been hit 33 times.
Wow.
Officially, not some analytic person. It was on the stats, the NFL game stats.
Mm-hmm.
Hit 33 times. So, and his offensive line's beat up.
Yeah, that's it.
But they're not scoring.
Yeah.
So in 3 of the last 4 games that they won, only once have they scored more than 22 points. They scored 31 against Vegas, and that probably doesn't.
That's everybody.
That doesn't help. Yeah, right?
That's homecoming.
We ain't far from that defensively, y'all. I'm sorry. We are not far from that defensively. You make fun of Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, people making fun of us.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, as you read out those stats, I read out the best of them.
Can they do that? Can the Cowboys do what everybody else
can we do that? And we haven't shown that we can do that. That's very. I'm concerned about that big time. Number one, and number two, I hope that Eberflus will change his entire approach to what the scheme is on this defense.
Meaning going to more of an aggressive style, blitzing, more man-to-man. Okay.
That's what
I'm on your street.
But if you look at what's happened in the secondary, those big plays, they were in man-to-man.
Yeah.
So how does what you do up front doesn't affect man-to-man unless you're getting to the quarterback.
That's it.
And that's why I want to blitz more.
Right.
I just want to blitz more.
But if blitzing was...
You can't go by what if. You can't go by what if. We got to give it a try.
No, but you're going to do every play?
Not every play. No, you got to be strategic in it.
Mickey, what would you do then? What would you? Because you shoot down every day. You tell me what would you do?
I would get better players.
I like that. That's
great.
a great answer. But, I mean, we can't do that this
right
week.
now. We can't do that before Sunday.
That's a great answer.
No, they started Peyton Turner's practice.
So, and that's what I want to see. I want to see, okay, my game plan is usually conservative, let's say that. I'm going to make my game plan less conservative, and I'm going to see how well my DBs react if I blitz in certain situations as opposed to how I've been doing it. He has a pattern, and I want to see him go against that pattern to see if it's successful. You got to try something else.
I get that.
I know you do.
Do guys know how to blitz?
We better learn.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, this is football. They better know how to blitz.
Of course they do.
Just because you blitz, do you know how to
We got to be optimistic about our game plan.
Mickey, they ain't just land on NFL football. Don't do that.
What?
Because you're being sarcastic. You do the guys know how to blitz?
No.
Yes, they know how to blitz,
I see guys blitz that never get there. What happens when you don't get there?
You got to get there.
That's the name of the
I'm
game.
saying what happens when you don't.
You got to play.
Did you see what happened to Detroit?
You still got to play.
I got you. They blitzed early, right?
I understand.
They put zero out there, and he went behind
this is
the
a
blitz,
totally
and he ran
different
forever.
team that we're playing against, and you have
They don't have any
You
speed?
got to shoot your shot.
All right.
You got to shoot your shot and do something different.
All right.
And I get it. You say, well, damn, ain't nothing working. Well, something's got to work.
At some point.
At some point.
Well,
I'm going to give.
I've seen them out there with the DBs, and they were practicing blitzing against air. Right?
Yeah.
Well, why are they doing that? Because if it comes natural, then you just
No,
blitz.
you still got to go over the steps. That was a walkthrough.
That's your scheme. You got to.
Yeah, you got to go.
No, it wasn't a walkthrough.
Even so, you got to go over that in individual drills so that it can go into the team drill.
It's one of the periods in the.
Yeah, I know. Don't listen.
Blitz period.
He's frustrated like us, man.
Okay.
No.
But don't turn on us.
I've seen guys blitz that run into the blocker.
Well, we
don't
better
get
have
there.
better players than that
That's
here.
my point.
Yeah, what is your
If
point?
you have good players, they probably can blitz.
Let's see if we can let's let these guys that we don't think know how to blitz. Let's teach them how to blitz while we're out here today.
All right.
And then let's see how it works in the game.
All right.
Because that's how it goes, Spags. Practice, then play.
Okay.
So let's see how that works.
Mickey, are you surprised that Harbaugh has a team? They've taken on his identity. When he's in San Francisco, they played a physical brand of ball. The Chargers are trying to do that. But when you talk about how much Herbert has been hit, that does not go hand in hand with what kind of coach he is. And you would think that they would have had more success running the ball, and they haven't been as effective running.
I think that effort that he's giving with the left hand, I think that's Harbaugh style. That's Harbaugh style.
So how many rushing touchdowns do you think they have? 14 games.
Rushing touchdowns, 7.
Yeah, you just looked it up.
I did. Well, you asked me. I got a computer in front of me.
7. So what kind
You should have asked me. I would have said 10.
What kind of running offense is that, right? 7 rushing touchdowns.
Right.
And the guy leading them in average per carry is Herbert. 6.1. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not like they've lit up, but that's what he wants to do. He wants to run the ball and then get third and short. And
those are the things that are Cowboy killers.
Because
those are the things that are Cowboy killers.
Because they've picked up 46.3% of their third downs. So that means they're probably in third and short quite a bit, right? So, that's the way he wants to play, but I don't think he wants to play and come out with 6 points, 22 points, and 16 points. 22 and 6 and 16 were enough to win.
I'm pretty sure they're having some turnover issues as well.
Well, the offensive line has been beat up.
Yeah.
They've had some problems there. And then, his leading receivers are Allen and McConkey.
Good receivers.
Neither one of those guys got numbers to match Lamb and Pickens.
Not at all.
So.
Well, I mean, nobody does.
But they've got and I left it upstairs, like 3 scenarios to clinch a wild card spot if they win. And they need like Houston to lose, the Colts to lose, and somebody else to lose.
Because they're at 5 right now. They're solid at 5.
Right.
10-4 team. And it's Jackson is they're in the division with
Denver.
Denver. What am I talking about? Yeah, they're in the division with Denver. So they're in that race and all but conceded that. So wild card is the best option that they have. And again, when I look at this team, I go right to their wide receivers because that's where we've had the majority of our problems, giving up the big play. And Ladd McConkey, who only has 715 yards on the season, still – he's one of those.
He's a good receiver.
And Keenan Allen, yeah.
These are good receivers.
Great receivers.
Yeah.
And the thing about Ladd McConkey is don't let the skin fool you, brother. He will burn you down.
I had to guard Steve Larger.
So you know.
So I know,
you will
brother.
get it.
I know. He will give it to you.
No,
darn little white guys.
Yeah, man. He's them little old guys, man.
Do you ever, Mickey, when you see a name like Arundé Gatson, do you say to yourself, I am that old now? Arundé Gatson.
And Troy Aikman told the story on the air, but I knew it. When he was here with the Cowboys, he had a pet monkey. And he would bring it to the facility at the Star. And he'd put it up, and he had a little nest up there for him, like towels, whatever. He'd put it up there at the top, and every once in a while you're walking by and you hear this weird noise. It was the damn monkey.
Oh.
I don't know how good it was, but I remember the monkey.
Well,
right?
the monkey was good.
The good monkey behaved itself.
That's right.
No, he was a
Gadsden.
Special teams ace for the Cowboys, man.
And not a bad wide receiver. He was big, but he was there. I think at the time when Michael was there.
Yeah.
Trying to remember the years, but yeah.
He and
Arundé Gatson.
Yeah, Sherwin Williams from Alabama came in. I think they were in the same class together. He got
Sherman
here.
Came in 94.
94?
Yeah.
Okay. But I know he was here during that time period. But he has a son that plays tight end now for the Chargers, and he was really good at Syracuse.
How's he playing this year?
He's having a solid year, 533 yards.
Oh, as a tight end.
Tight end. So he's about 6'6", 235, and can run. So those another one of those challenges that the Cowboys are going to have because you're going to have single coverage on him.
Every time I look up,
and he's big.
He's telling us what the opposition coming in here can't do.
Right.
Spags has done that. They can't do this. They can't do that. And what do they do when they play us?
They do it.
They do it. They do it. So I'm looking at all of that. And look, is that Nate from Frisco? Or?
That is not Nate from Frisco, unless
no. Arundé was here at the 95 season.
Oh, okay.
95 came in after that.
1 year.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, we're talking about the Chargers.
Well,
yes,
hey,
Bill. We got into a little Charger talk.
And we have no idea what high school any of them went to. So, yeah.
Glad you're back.
Glad you're here,
for that.
Yeah, glad you're back. And, hey, Bill Jones just made it in, and we're going to take a break as he just sat down. And we will return for the last segment of Mick Shots.
Miller Lite, the legendary light beer. The originator, the inventor. If this beer could talk, it'd tell stories. About that one time, that night, that one guy, that one gal. Writing a story 50 years long and 50 million friends wide. Because legendary stories start with a light. Here's to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pregame sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
The National Medal of Honor Museum is now open in Arlington, Texas, just a few blocks from AT&T Stadium. Immersive exhibits and exciting technology allow you to fly a rescue helicopter mission in Vietnam and have conversations with virtual Medal of Honor recipients. Come be inspired by these incredible stories of ordinary Americans who did the extraordinary. Get your tickets at mohmuseum.org.
Back to Mick Shots.
I knew it.
Capture frame-worthy holiday photos with Santa at the Star, presented by Monument Realty, and Santa will be spreading holiday cheer from November 21st all the way through Christmas Eve. For more information and to book your visit, head to thestardistrict.com/Santa.
Come on, Billy.
All right. Have y'all visited Santa yet?
No, we ain't visited Santa.
No.
Visit Santa.
You haven't sat in Santa's lap yet, Mickey?
Damn.
I am
running
Santa.
out.
I am Santa.
We're running out of time.
Ho!
Wow. Mickey, don't sit in Santa's lap. Don't let Bill talk you into that.
Don't dangle.
Final few minutes here of Mick Shots. And I was just taping the coaches show, and you've already discussed Matt Eberflus moving up to the booth.
Yeah.
I asked the coach about it, and he was in agreement that's what they need to do. And, in fact, he said that he felt like for himself he did that when he was in Seattle, and he loved it, calling plays up in the booth when he was there. So I don't know what did Eberflus say about it as far as
he couldn't remember. He thought the last time he had been in the booth as a defensive coordinator calling plays was at Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now we're talking 06 through 08 before he went to the Browns.
I remember DeMarcus Ware did a preseason game one year, did a couple of preseason games with us, and it was the first time he had actually ever been in a press box to watch a game or in a
like in a booth to watch, yeah.
And but DeMarcus basically spent the first quarter going oohing and ahhing that he could not believe what he could see. You're telling me you can see all of this that happens on the field up here? Because he's so used to throughout his career, he's just down on the field.
It might help Eberflus then.
You want me to tell you a funny story about that? We're in New York, and for some reason, where the press box was, there was the heating element came up from the coach's box below us. So at times we could hear the coaches. Norv Turner's up there in the booth calling plays, and they're lined up, and the ball just got snapped, right? Troy hadn't even taken a step, and he's screaming, "Throw the da-da-da ball, throw it, he's open." And I'm going, he hadn't even run the route yet. Well, he was. Yeah. And eventually, Troy hit his back foot, but he saw it immediately as the ball was snapped from up in the booth.
It all developed just the way he planned it.
Yeah.
That's the way offensive coordinators
you can
do.
see it up there.
Yeah.
Believe me. So anyway, sorry.
Now, the problem is in these new stadiums, relatively new, you're so far up there.
Yeah.
You're
in a corner, too. Most of them, sort of like AT&T Stadium, right? That's kind of the new thing.
The coaches aren't
coaches at booth?
The coach, no, we are.
Yeah,
That's where we can see.
Right.
The coaches are on the 50-yard line.
Okay.
I think there's one stadium where the press box is like first level, top of the first level, and it kind of in the middle of the field, and it was Carolina. But they built that stadium in like 95, 96 when they weren't valuing suites and how much you can sell that property for.
Right.
So anyway.
I got news for you, Mickey. People do not care where you have to watch the game from, but they do care where the coaches are watching the game.
Yes.
Yeah. Please.
So they are 50
But has it made it more difficult? Is it further away?
It's just higher. I mean, you got to have pretty good eyes to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Like in New Orleans, you're in the roof.
Okay.
So
your coaches are that high. Your coaches are
I think so, because I can remember holding the elevator. We couldn't get down because we had to let the coaches go first. Yeah.
Tell you what, the network broadcast booth at AT&T Stadium is prime territory, though. That's down low.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's where you want it.
yeah.
Top of the first level.
Right.
Yeah.
50-yard line.
That's
Bathroom
silly,
in
man,
the
to have
booth.
the coaches. I
Well,
have
if
my
you think-
binoculars. I'd be like,
If you think about it, that's where we got to sit at Texas Stadium.
Yeah.
And then they realized these guys sit here for free. That's like 5 suites. Wow. And
Went to the top of the stadium.
went up to the top of the stadium.
prioritize.
Well, I don't know what you've covered so far.
I've covered it all.
I know you
I've
have.
covered it all.
We just want to welcome you.
No, well, I want to know about the conversation with Shada. He surely gave you more than just that about Eberflus.
As far as the concussion guys, they are still
Trending.
Yeah, and so we'll see what happens on.
So that's
Quentin Williams and Hunter Lipke.
What's wrong with Quentin?
Concussion.
Concussion. Yep.
And he was running yesterday, but that doesn't constitute practice.
Boy, he lays it out on the line because every time I look up, he's like, just let me get back together. I'll get back in there again,
They've got that problem fixed in the middle. Now it's, can I do something on the edges to improve that?
And then separate from the team, are you aware of Brian Schottenheimer's high school football playing days?
He's mentioned Florida.
is.
I don't remember him mentioning high school.
Okay. This is, of course, is state championship week
Yes.
at AT&T Stadium. There are 12 state champions being crowned, and the Cowboys-Chargers game is the 13th game of the week. Well, 34 years ago this month, Brian Schottenheimer quarterbacked Blue Valley High School in Overland Park, Kansas, to the Class 5A state championship.
Well,
Yeah.
he has not bragged on that.
No, he is not. And so I did the research on it. We talk about it on the coaches show.
All right.
They won?
And they won 17-14, and there were 3 come-from-behind victories. In fact, in the state semifinal that year, they were trailing 26-0 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Trailing 26-0 in the fourth quarter and came back and won 28-26.
Hell.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he did have some talent.
And by the way, they moved. Marty Schottenheimer got the Chiefs job in 1989, his sophomore year in high school. He didn't. I just researched this. He wasn't bragging on or anything. He did not play football. He was not playing football for the high school team in Ohio where they moved from, because of course Marty was at Cleveland before. He decided. I can't remember what sports he was playing, basketball and some other sport. He decided to go ahead and go out for the football team, and he was a backup quarterback. And then the starting quarterback got hurt in his sophomore year, and they were not successful at all. But that's when he became a quarterback, his sophomore year in high school.
Out of an injury.
After an injury. And then the junior year, he was a starting quarterback, and they didn't make the playoffs. But senior year, they went unbeaten and won the state championship.
Wow.
He also was a quarterback we always talk about him playing in Florida.
Kansas.
But he played at Kansas as well, because when I was at K-State, he was at KU.
Yep, that's right.
He's a backup quarterback.
Yep. So he went to KU, and then
God, he was a Jayhawk.
it's a whole new light on him, right? Then he transferred to Florida.
Y'all connect on that, huh?
We got that. We got that.
So did he answer any questions on Trevon Diggs?
He was not posed any questions.
Okay.
He stayed away from the subject.
This is the coach's show, and
That was prerequisites.
Yep.
So do we think that Trevon Diggs is going to make a start this Sunday? Is that clear enough? Because he's practicing.
I don't think so.
He practiced last week too.
Nope.
And he practiced the week before that.
He is not.
We
I
would.
think he is. I mean, I think they have plans, and they don't want to mess up the merchandise. They don't want to damage the merchandise.
Wow.
That's why Jerry says it's a health thing.
Yeah.
Kind of reverse.
When they start having that canned response that
Everybody's
Fab always
answer
talks about.
Yeah, everybody's answering
like,
the same
every time
way.
I ask them, they say the same thing. It's like they just turn to robots.
Especially when he's the only one saying it's a health thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. And it's the reverse health thing.
Yeah.
We want to keep him healthy.
Right.
Now, do you have the same opinion about Justin Herbert as Mickey?
I don't know what his opinion.
Mickey just believes that the Chargers are struggling offense and that, these guys are kicking.
Same thing he said about J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said the same stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't point out that he was getting his butt kicked every game.
No, he did.
Sacked 49 times.
Well, that the issue.
The offensive line.
They've lost both their tackles.
Yeah.
I mean, Rashawn Slater hadn't played all year. He got the torn patella tendon in August.
Deja vu.
And then
Wow.
Joe Alt.
Carolina.
Joe Alt got
I
hurt
remember when
6th
they
game of
lost
the year.
2 of their best offensive linemen. And Dowdle went for 200 plus on us.
And they got
Keep on going.
They have their left tackle hadn't played since 2022. He couldn't make a team since 2022, and they signed him off the street.
They got us right where they want us.
Is that what you said?
No,
what I'm
because
saying.
the Cowboys could be in the same situation.
I'm sorry, he's the right tackle. Bobby Hart, he's the right tackle.
They got us right where they want
Because
us.
Guyton is still rehabbing. Nate Thomas left the game, what was late third quarter, with a shoulder, and I saw him in the locker room with a big old wrap on it. Now
He was a full participant, wasn't he?
he participated, yeah. Okay. But what if then they put in Adeniji? He struggled.
Yeah.
He was one of those guys that hadn't played, right?
We saw that.
And, oh, by the way, the Chargers are 5th in the league in sacks on defense, too, with 40 sacks on the season.
So they're running out of tackles if Thomas can't go.
Perfect.
They picked up in a trade with the Ravens, Odafe Owe, who's a former first-round draft pick. He's got 7 sacks in 9 games.
Sort of
Where'd
like
they pick him up from?
The Ravens, they gave the Ravens in return. They got Alohi Gilman, who is starting at safety for him. It was a trade that benefited both teams.
Nice.
I think it benefited the Chargers a little bit more.
Well, but we think where the Ravens have been, they were 1-5 or whatever, 1-6 to start the season,
And they went on the-
now at least they started winning games. So
sort of like Dante Fowler coming in here, right? Out of nowhere.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
All right, send us out of here, Bill.
Another show.
Dripping.
All right, that does it for Mick Shots for a Thursday. It's going to be a fabulous football fight song. Boomer Sooner Friday tomorrow here on Mick Shots.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?